What's up, nerds, and have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I've read to bring you this story, and you can read them for yourself, or you can just listen to this video where I break them all down or read them to you or whatnot. I also want to just say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, now that we got that business out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? All right, you guys, so they released some very nice photos for the movie Wicked. And for this next story, I just wanted to go over these photos and just really look at them in depth. So I'm going to open up my screen to the photos. Here we go. So here's the first photo. Hold on, let me pull this down. There we go. So here's the first photo. Sorry, it's not all that great, but okay. So this is the cast, of the people in Wicked. Now, before I say anything else, I just want to say I love Wicked. I love that stage show. I've seen it 3 times already. It's so good. I never got to see it with Idina Menzel, and Kristen Chenoweth, but I love Wicked, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for this movie. I think it does have a little bit of problem with the controversy surrounding it, with Cynthia Erivo saying disparaging things about the African American community here in America. And then Ariana Grande's, she's breaking up that marriage with the guy that plays Bach, and then also like cheating on her boyfriend and everything, which I'm all like, shame on you, honey. All right, so we're going to look at this first photo, and this is a photo of the entire cast, the main cast, although these two over here, I don't know who I know that that's Bo and Yang, that's the guy over here. Let me zoom in on this. Not the best quality when you zoom in, but whatever. So that's Bo and Yang right there, and everybody always wants to talk about Bo and Yang like he's some gift from God. He's all right. He's fine. I don't think he's like the funniest person on the planet, but he's fine. Everything's fine. And Bo and Yang, he's playing a student at Shiz, the wizarding school or the magic school, and that is it's Fanny, I think that's his name. That's a funny name, but I don't remember him or this girl that's playing Shen Shen, which is Brownie James right here. This woman up here. Right there. I don't really, let me just put it on these two. I don't really know I can't remember if these two were in the play, the stage performance, but if they were, I don't remember them, but good for them for getting the role and everything. So moving on to here. Now this right here is Michelle Yeoh. I love Michelle Yeoh, love her to death, and she's playing Madame Warble, and she looks great here. There's another picture of her, so we'll talk about her and the wizard in just a minute. Here's the wizard played by Jeff Goldblum. And he looks great in his green. I'm glad they did him in green. I think in the original play they put him in red. But we'll talk about him also. So we got the two main ladies right here. I don't like Cynthia Erivo's, posturing here. It looks just a little too manly for me in this picture, but, whatever. And then, of course, Ariana Grande. They both look great, though. But Ariana Grande, I prefer the dress in blue just to keep it to the original, but I don't hate this because it goes back to the original that 1930s movie. So then we got these three, and we haven't seen Fierro before, but Fierro looks great in this picture. And he has his own picture, and he looks great. And then we've got these two, and that's Bach and Nessa Rose, and that's what's-her-face's sister. And so I think that so far, so good, but we'll see how all this turns out. Now let's go on to the next photo, which is Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. And if you could notice, looks like she's on the balcony up the tallest tower, whatever, right, when she does her last little note for Act 1. And she's got the broom, and this is the window that she flies out of, and this is like a little balcony right here. Hold on, I'm not, a little balcony right here. And then if you notice in the background right here, that is the balloon, the little stagecoach for the hot air balloon that the wizard comes to Oz in. So I think that, obviously that plays a part into it. And we'll talk about the wizard and all that stuff later. So next we've got Ariana Grande. Now I just want to say all these photos are very Annie Leibovitz-esque. This is by Sophie somebody. I don't know, but yeah, she's channeling Annie Leibovitz in my opinion. But anyways, okay. So here we get the yellow brick road, which, commissioned by the wizard, which I'll talk about when we get to that photo. But this is obviously her in the Munchkins town, little Munchkin town, little village or whatever. She's got her little, little chariot. I'm assuming that the bubble surrounds this little chariot and that's what she lands on. And it does kind of look like the thing from the original stage show. But, she looks good. She looks good. I don't have really like a complaint except for I wish it was blue. All right, so the next photo, we're going to go right here. Now, this is Elphaba and Glinda in their dorm room at Shiz. Now, first things I just want to say, I like that they kind of halved it. Like this half right here is Elphaba's side, and this half is Glinda's side, and it's all pink and everything. It kind of reminds me of Wednesday when she went into her room, and half of it, the one girl, the werewolf girl, she had painted all these fun colors and it was all like crazy, and then her side was just black. So that's it. One thing I do want to point out, if you look over here in the corner right here, and let's zoom in on that. Ooh, if we can. Because I tried to zoom in on a bunch of this stuff to see. We do have poppies right here and all over the place. But if we notice this map right up here, this is a map of Oz. And we can't really tell what exactly is going on. But if you notice, there's a giraffe right here. And I think it's because if you remember in the play, if you ever watched it, Elphaba is an animal with an A, a capital A. Those are animals that can talk. But she is an animal rights activist in the play. So that's obviously going to play a part in that. So the next one we go to, these are the people of Shiz, the students of Shiz. And so we're going to look some stuff. So if we look here in the back, okay, so real quick, looks wise, they just look like they're in, I do not like, hold on, let's zoom on his head, because I do not like box hair. Box hair looks, I don't like it. I just don't like it. It doesn't look good to me. If you notice in the back, these things, this is a talking, it looks like wheat, that they're talking about wheat, all these little thingies. And I think that refers to that there is a drought in Oz, and they're talking about food. Also, if we zoom in right here, we also get this tornado poster right here, which that might refer to the tornado that brings Dorothy to Oz. And the last thing I want to focus in on is this map of Shiz right here, and this is the map of the school. And the director, John M. Chu, which he is my biggest concern in this movie, he said that Hook, the movie Hook, the 1992, I think it was 92 or 93, with Robin Williams in it, was an inspiration for him for this, for Shiz. And I think that when we see those behind the scenes photos of the set, and we saw it in the trailer, I think that it definitely, you can see that inspiration for it. So the next I want to go to this fantastic picture of Michelle Yeoh as Madame Warble. I think she looks great. Madame Warble, she's got some magiciness and everything to her. But one thing I wanted to, and we haven't seen this blue dress before. I tried to zoom in on this picture to see if I could see anything in the background. I didn't really notice anything in the background, but one thing I do notice, and that is right here, and that's this time clock. There's a lot of spokes and everything, and I wonder if they're taking out the dragon clock from the show, from the movie that is in the show. It's this big dragon clock that's at the top, and they always, talk about it in the show. And but anyways, we'll talk about this again when we come up to this another photo. But she looks great. I love Michelle Yeoh. She looks so elegant and poised right there. She's fantastic and such a good actress. All right, so next we've got Fiyero, and that is being played by Jonathan Bailey. And he looks great here. He looks hot, freaking hot on this horse. So I think he looks great. We're going to zoom in on just him. I mean, there's nothing really else to say about this. This is obviously his look at Shiz, not the one for Act 2. So in the first movie, I think will be Act 1, and then Act 2 will be after, Elphaba. Obviously, she does her Defying Gravity song, flies out the window, and then the movie number 2 will be Act 2, after you get the intermission, if you've ever been to one. But he looks great here. I love the blue that they do. I think in the original one, they put him in green. Or red. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm putting up photos as I'm talking right here. But he looks great here and looks very, very hot. All right, next we've got Madame Morrible and the Wizard. We're played by Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Yeoh. Again, they look great. I'm really glad they put him in green. He looks great. She looks great. I really don't have anything else to say about this photo except for the fact that they both, in my opinion, look fantastic. So the last photo we're going to go and talk about is this one of the Wizard. And again, I think he looks great. He looks perfect in my opinion. We're going to focus in on a couple things. So let's move in real quick to what he's standing on. So this is a box of yellow bricks. The Wizard commissions the construction of the yellow brick road. So I think that's great. And then also, and also if you look right here is a model of the train that we will see later on in the trailer. We'll see it in the trailer, and I'm putting up a picture of it now, but of the trailer, and that looks fantastic. I think that that's great that they're going back to that. Like, he creates this model, and then he creates this train in real life. And then we're moving up to here where we see these eyeballs, where that will eventually be the face where Dorothy comes into his little room, and he's all like, go get the witch and everything. And I think that that's great. Also, I think that back here, this little part right here gives a notion back to the clock. And then this red right here also gives a little notion to the redness of the play, because it's very much red when you go into his little thing, not his little throne or whatnot. And I love that they gave him a top hat right here. I love that. It's great. I really am excited for this movie, and I just wanted to go over these photos with you just to show you a little bit of what we had. And you can tell me in the comment section down below what you think of these photos, but I think they look fantastic in my opinion. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? What do you guys think about these Vanity Fair photos of Wicked? Are you like me and you think that they were photographed fantastically? They look great. Are you excited for this movie, or do you think it's gonna bomb? Do you think that the controversy with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are gonna hurt the movie, or do you think it's gonna be just fine? You know what I'm saying? Or do you think this movie just looks like trash or whatever, and you're not gonna see it no matter what or whatnot? But tell me what you guys think about that. All right, you guys, tell me what you guys think about all this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.